Hear me? You can. There you can. Now you can hear me. Well, I need to find a new cable for this. But all right, everyone. There we go. Thank you, Nick. All right, let's start. Let's start this again, shall we? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the final game week 38 team selection stream. It's time to end the season. I am looking forward to the end of this season because this season has been an absolute nightmare. But shout out to Nick, who's having a great game week, to be honest. FPL Freddy, welcome as well. Also, I think having a good week. Manon, how are you doing as well? I'm on 69 points with a -4. Now I wish I never did the -4. And I wish I never went for Callum Wilson and just went for Jackson. Kind of wish I went for Reece James, but oh well. And I can't believe that Ten Hag decided to actually tell us, or not even tell us, that Bruno Fernandes was injured. Like, he just decided to just like not tell at all. I can't believe no one like. It looks like I'm going to have a bench boost with no Callum Wilson and no Bruno Fernandes. 2 0-pointers on a bench boost. This season, every single chip I played has failed. So I'm just looking forward to the end of the season. But yeah, apart from that, my team for the upcoming game week would look something like probably something like this. Probably might start Onana. Do I start Onana or do I start Petrovic? Might start Petrovic, to be honest. Yeah, so my team would probably look something like this. I'm not really sure what to do. Petrovic or Onana? Petrovic or Onana? Let's just start Onana. Who the hell cares? Let's see what happens. With the captaincy armband, depending on how the City versus Spurs game goes, I'll probably keep it on Foden, to be honest. We'll see. I don't know. And Bruno Fernandes will be sold for an Arsenal, probably an Arsenal midfielder in Kai Havertz. Bruno and Wilson, yes. Hopefully next season I don't have this amount of bad luck that I've been having this season. This season, like the bad luck is just like extremely bad. It's like really, really bad. I can't even explain the amount of bad luck I've had this season with every single chip as well, to be honest. Not just one chip. Every single chip has had a downfall. Freddy is on 79 -4. I've seen early news about Walker benching and brought in Guardiola. Fair enough. That's nice. Simonal, welcome. How are you doing? We'll have dinner. We'll have the live stream, deadline stream. Yes, we will have a deadline stream. Keep in mind this week's deadline is on a Sunday and not a Saturday. But yes, we will have a deadline stream, and we will be doing Euro Fantasy. So if anyone is playing Euro Fantasy this season, we will be doing that as well. So keep an eye out for that. I will create the first the game is already out, by the way. I'll create the first video next week along with a mini league and everything. And anyone who's looking to play Euro Fantasy, stay tuned for that. Last game week watch along. Yep, I think we'll be doing that as well. We'll do a deadline stream. We'll take a short break, and then just before the game's about to kick off, we'll do a watch along. And Discord members, yes, I think let's do a watch along with the Discord. I think I'll get the Discord lobby. I think all of you guys on the Discord can see the Discord lobbies, right? So we'll get one of the channels also going. I think these are all voice channels, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll test those out as well. And then if you guys want your audio to come on the stream, let me know. Or if you guys want your video to come on the stream as well, let me know. Probably we'll just keep it to audio, maybe. And we'll have a watch along as well with the Discord members. So stay tuned for all of that. And if that goes successfully, then maybe we'll look to do more watch alongs during the Euro Fantasy as well with the Discord people. We'll see how we go. But yes, that will be the first test to see how Euro Fantasy and the Euros in general, how we'll do. Nice audio will do so that we can focus more on the ball. Yes, indeed. Okay, so we'll have y'all's audio along with... and this is for anyone who wants to get involved in the Discord for the watch along, Gameweek 38 watch along. Cool. So now transfers wise, Bruno Fernandes. I've been trying to. This is the thing. I've gone against the template so many times, and I've just been too cocky, I would say. And because I didn't go for Jackson, and now watch Jackson score another goal in the next game, but should have probably done that. Anyways, it is what it is. I'm gonna go Havertz. Seems to be the actually no. I'll go Saka. If Saka is fit, that is, I'll probably go Saka if he's fit because I have the money to go and get Saka. So I'll probably go and get Saka, to be honest. I would like to get Havertz as well, but I don't know. We'll see how the Spurs versus City game goes tonight, and based on that, I'll decide whether I want to go for one Arsenal player or two Arsenal players. Obviously, it'll be for a hit. I don't think I want to take a hit, but I could potentially like remove Gordon as well if I wanted to. If I removed Gordon, let's say I went for Havertz and I removed Gordon. Do I want to go for a Liverpool player? Probably not, right? It's only Luis Diaz. Unfortunately, Jota is not fit. If Jota was fit, I would have been very tempted to go for a Jota, but he's not fit, and Gakpo is a forward. I'm gonna sell Bruno and Gordon this week. I think -4 maybe for Trossard and Luis. Trossard is also not a bad shot, to be honest. This was not the season for differentials template picks. Yep, unfortunately. Every time I went for a differential, I got smashed, unfortunately. She busted me home. Havertz for me is the man for the last fixture. Yeah, I think I have Havertz. Central figure to Arsenal attack this day. What is your overall rank? Overall rank is 191 right now, which is a bit unfortunate because I was trying to get to top 100k, and unfortunately that just died. So because I didn't captain Haaland last week, I think if I had captained Haaland last week, the chances for top 100k might have still been very close. Actually, if I just wildcarded properly and went for template picks on the wildcard, I would have been in the top 100k. But I didn't go for template picks in the wildcard, so that kind of backfired, unfortunately. Now 37 points. I don't think I can get 37 points unless for some reason Callum Wilson and Bruno Fernandes decide to turn up for this week's fixture against each other, and they decide to score some goals. Maybe there's a chance in the final game week. Like if I can cut this down to like 10 points away from top 100k, then there's a chance. Otherwise, there's absolutely no chance to get top 100k. So yeah, we'll see. Havertz. I think Havertz for the moment. I'll keep Gordon as it is. I can't really think of who I'd want to go. Maybe I don't know. I could go Havertz and Trossard, both. But that'll depend on like the status of Arsenal and City in terms of the title race. Whether if City drop points, then yeah, I could look into it. If they don't drop points, then it's a different story. Differentials have still been important at the right times. Yes, that's true. At the right times, they kind of have been. I'm currently 4k, hoping to break in top 2.5k tonight if KDB smashes it. That could work. The possibility. It'll be a very interesting game to see what happens. Because Spurs have kind of been like a boogie team for City. It'll be very interesting to see what like goes on. What do y'all, man? I just wish I played him in this 15-pointer when I benched him. I didn't bench him here. I wish I did. I wish I started him, but yeah, he's been a really good option. He's definitely going to be one of the players first on my team sheet for next season. I think he'll be priced at like 7 million potentially. 7 or even 6.5 million. I won't be surprised if he comes in at like 6.5 million, 6 million, around that price range next season. Predictions for tonight's game. I'm gonna go 3-2 to Manchester City. The Spurs will score 2 and City will get 3. Part of me wants to start the Everton players this week simply because I watched Everton beat Arsenal and Goodison in early 2023, but I don't know but I know what's gonna happen if I do. I think Everton won't keep a clean sheet, so there's no point in starting the 2 defenders, to be honest. Difficult to see anything but City win. Yeah, especially, yeah, exactly. I think 3-2 is a possibility. Potentially 3-2, 4-2, something like that. 3-1 to City, says FPL Freddy. That's also possible. I do think those Spurs will score. So we'll see what happens. 5-2. Ooh, that's a big call. You know, the best thing for FPL would be like a 3-all draw. And then it goes into the final game week with both Arsenal and City having to score goals. If it's a draw between Spurs and City, which is very unlikely, then between Haaland and Foden, who would I cap? I probably will captain Foden just for the sake of it, to be different, potentially. but City will have to score so many goals that game. And in that case, then then I'll probably just get Havertz because they'll be going for goal difference and whatnot. Should see some. Yeah, I think don't expect clean sheets. I wouldn't expect clean sheets from even the Everton game. Maybe the Arsenal team will keep a clean sheet, but like don't expect clean sheets from any of the other games. To be honest, I think it's going to be goal fest. The question is, can you get the correct attackers in? That's the thing. So Bruno Fernandes will go for Havertz. I don't think I'll take a -4. I'll just have a differential captain and hope for the best. What's been your highest rank of this season? Highest rank, unfortunately, this season hasn't been that great. But the highest rank came at Gameweek 35, 172. And then I went back because I didn't captain Haaland. If I captained Haaland in 36, might have been higher. But here we are. I have an insane team value though, but that is absolutely useless. Yeah, so 172 has been my highest rank. Not the best of seasons, given that the last couple seasons I've been 4 consecutive top 100s. Arsenal will be top on goal difference if it's a draw, 3 goal better than City. Yeah, if it's a draw, then obviously we know final game week of the season, City is just going to go all out, right, for attacks to try and get as many goals as possible against West Ham as well, to be honest. And at home, I definitely have to captain a City player in that specific case if it's a draw. If City win, there is the chance of captaining a differential captain. Like you can go an Arsenal captain as a Havertz. You could even go. People might be looking to get Salah on the final day against Liverpool. That's a possibility. Spurs against Sheffield United. Might be an opportunity there as well. To be honest, Olise against Aston Villa isn't too bad. There's a possibility Chelsea, Palmer at home. Palmer at home is not too bad actually, to be honest. Against Bournemouth. So there are a few options for captaincy. If City win. Brennan Johnson could be a cheeky punt. Yes, that's actually true, right? I could actually do that as well. Like that. Do I really want to take a -4? We'll see how the game week ends and how far I'm away from top 100k. Because I could do something like a Havertz and a Brennan Johnson if I wanted instead of a Gordon. That is a possibility as well. We'll see how we go. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, currently looking at like this in terms of the team. Will the Arsenal VAR decisions against Newcastle cost him the league? I mean, I feel like VAR has been affecting a lot of teams at this point. So, yeah. The few teams, I don't think City have ever got affected by VAR this season, to be honest. I think they've benefited from it. Arsenal have had some decisions for themselves as well, to be honest. I don't think -4s are worth it unless you're trying to pull a massive. Exactly, that's the thing. If it's a massive rank chase, then yeah. The thing is, the -4 is not going to pay off. Very, very unlikely to pay off. The only reason I'm thinking of selling Gordon and Bruno Fernandes has got to go, right? The only reason I can think of selling Gordon is because of his like general away from history. That's the only reason I could think of selling Gordon, just because of his just generally away from home, he isn't that great. But otherwise, it's only Bruno at the moment for an Arsenal player. I could go double Arsenal attack as well, like a Trossard and a Havertz, but Trossard won't get 90 minutes. That's the one problem with Trossard. He's not going to get you 90 minutes. But he's a great player to have, but just not going to get 90 minutes. So yeah, how is everyone else doing? And also mini league, football Chatbox mini league. Kenneth on top, Zodiac in second, Jose Mourinho third, Harry in fourth, Shubharan fifth, Kano sixth, Jiten is on seventh, Tom eighth, Abdul Rahman ninth, and Ved in 10th. We've got a few managers just behind as well, not too bad. Abin, who is a member of the podcast, the panel team, is in 13th. And then obviously the cup matches. We got Dave against Karan. Dave is currently winning, and K7 is beating Gary Jones in the cup. What overall rank is the guy in top spot 10? He is currently 546th in the world. On a bench boost. Yeah, 546. Incredible rank. Yeah, indeed incredible. And a Luton fan from the looks of it. The guy in second, Zodiac, is 6,423. So there's a massive difference. Is Everton really a high upside fixture though? Hard to imagine them conceding 4 or 5. No, it's not a high upside fixture. I think, to be honest, I can see. Let's assume it's a draw, right? If it's a draw, if the game ends up as a draw, I think Arsenal will be happy to kind of score 2 goals and try and keep it tight and try and keep a clean sheet at a 2-0 win. Because then City will have to score at least minimum of 5 goals, right? They'll have to score a minimum of 5 against West Ham. And not concede as well. So I think it'll be a low score. I think 2-0 maybe from Arsenal versus Everton. Arsenal have kind of dipped a bit in terms of their hammering of teams. So maybe 2-0. I think that's okay, right? 2-0. So there aren't going to be too many goals in that game because Everton are pretty good defensively. There'll be the thing is the Liverpool versus Wolves game. This is where I think there are going to be massive amount of goals. It's just trying to figure out which Liverpool player you want. I think there are goals in this game from Liverpool. And this Crystal Palace versus these 3 fixtures are where I think the goals are coming from. Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Liverpool. That's aside from the City game, obviously. Spurs also a possibility. Just don't know what type of Spurs we're going to get. So we'll see. By Chelsea, though, they are playing for nothing. That's true. But I feel like that game was an off game for Everton. Like, I honestly feel that was an off game for Everton. They've been doing pretty good recently, to be honest. But we'll see how we go. Trust me, knowing Everton, they can pull something off. Yeah, I mean, they did it against Liverpool as well, so I won't be surprised. But Arsenal at home will win. I think Arsenal at home will win. The question is by how many? Anyways, we'll see. All depends on how the game against Spurs goes today, which I will most likely get up for, to be honest. If I get up for this game, should I do a watch along for this game? Spurs versus Manchester City. Should I do a watch along? I could do a watch along. Would anyone be awake for this game? How many of you guys will be awake? I could potentially do a watch along for this game. I just need to get up. I just need to hear my alarms, first of all. Everton defense has been rock solid. That's true. Trust me, I'm considering it. Do a watch along. I'm in the UK, so we'll be awake. I'll be in the UK. There you go. Okay, so you guys. Okay, I'll do a watch along then for this one. Should be a very interesting game. Okay, so I'll schedule that. Set like 3 to 4 or 5 alarms so that I actually get up. And maybe we could try testing the Discord audio if you guys want to join the Discord. That is. But yeah, apart from that, any other questions? I'll put the Discord join link for anyone who hasn't joined. Any other questions from people? And also, we're looking to get to 800 subscribers. Might be a bit hard to get to 800 subscribers before the end of the season. But if we can even get anywhere close, that would be really appreciated. We've got a few extra subscribers since yesterday. So thank you to anyone who has subscribed. Usually, these team selections streams, I actually go through your teams as well. But with 1 game week left to go, I don't know how many of you all have any like actual questions. apart from just like us thinking about punts and whatnot. Anyone with any actual questions, let me know. Tomorrow there won't be a video, but maybe Thursday we could have a video potentially. We'll see, Thursday or Friday. I might look to see if we can do one. I just realized if I didn't make the transfer this week, I'll be on 94 points because of the AZ goal. True. Fair enough. Who has been signing of the year? When you mean signing of the year and worst signing, you mean FPL wise, or are we actually talking like football wise? Which one are we talking? FPL or football? Worst signing Tonali? Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate. I think that probably goes because he didn't play anything. I'll probably put Tonali. Best signing, I would have to put Palmer, just because of what he's done to Chelsea. I think without Palmer, Chelsea probably wouldn't reach where they are. Declan Rice, I think Declan Rice is a strong shout, but I just think Palmer has had such like significantly higher impact. Because without him, I don't think even Chelsea get European football. That's the one reason I think. I think Declan Rice is a close second. I think Arteta needs credit because he's managed to like change Declan Rice a bit in terms of what he was compared to West Ham. So Arsenal, Arteta deserves credit for that. Shub Haran, how are you doing? How's Gameweek 37 been for everyone? I do not want to speak because I have potentially a bench boost with no Callum Wilson and no Bruno Fernandes for the entire game week. So yeah. FPL wise, my best signing. There haven't been that many. I think Palmer has been one, which I've owned quite a bit. I wonder what has actually given me the most points FPL wise. FPL wise, my worst signings, I have a couple. I've got KDB in Game Week 25 for the wild card, for the triple captain time when City had their doubles. I have signing Darwin Nunes. I have probably not signing Jackson was probably a bad move I did as well. Palmer, only 183 points on Palmer. I've had Saka more than this thing. Gabriel. I want Gabriel for quite a long time, but unfortunately, yeah. See, this kind of explains how, like, Simikas as my 5th defender kind of shows where my defensive points, I haven't gained any defender points. Very bad. That's something I kind of need to improve on for next season. I think for me, Palmer has probably done the best. Worse though, honestly, signing KDB was one of my worst decisions. I think what has made it even worse would probably be Bruno Fernandes. I got Bruno Fernandes on the wild card in 35 and I sold Saka. And got Bruno Fernandes. No game. Looking at another no game and a 4-point at the start. I think that was probably my worst. This is probably takes the worst actually, even over the KDB one. Because this was a wildcard one that had so much repercussions because Saka just went to do what he did. So note to self, unless Man United show some kind of form in preseason next season, do not get any Manchester United players in my team. FPL worst sale, Watkins before Game Week 7. Yeah, before that 21-pointer, no? Or something like that, yeah. Best signing was Douglas Lewis. First wildcard jumped from 1.7 to 40k. Wow, from Game Week 7 to Game Week 10. What a rise. Yeah, I haven't had that luck. This season. Sometimes you get that luck, but this season, like, where's this chart? These graphs are never going to meet each other. It's just been going downhill. I thought I was Game Week 33. This was Game Week 33. And then 34 was a nightmare. Because Crystal Palace players did so well. And then the wild card has just seen it go even more down. So yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. On to next season, I say. But yeah, football wise, worst signing I think probably Tonali. Second worst signing I would put Mason Mount as part of that. Mason Mount, because I think Mount was probably somewhat worse because they spent 60 million on him. He had one more year left on his contract before he became a free agent, and he hasn't played. He's hardly played. Will you be watching the Euros? Yes, I will be watching the Euros, and I'll be creating Euro fantasy content as well. And we'll probably have some watch-alongs for the Euros as well, potentially, depending on the times of the games and all of that. I had Shaw, Bruno, and Rashford at the start of the season, and they didn't do anything. Yeah, did I have? Let's see how many Game Week 1 players that I have now. This was my Game Week 1 team. I don't know how I got onto Triple United. Bad mistake. Rashford, Garnacho, and Onana. I think Onana was fine. Rashford probably shouldn't have had. I was early on the Saliba train. I should have had more faith with Salah. Probably should have kept Salah a bit longer. I didn't keep him as long at the start. Like I saw these couple 5-pointers and then I sold him in Game Week 3. And then look what he did in the next couple Game Weeks. So yeah. Nkunku has been injured all season, really not worked out. So yeah, that's another one as well, to be honest. Onana we thought would actually play with functional hands at the start of the season. True. I mean, to be honest, he started off like 9-pointer, like then after that it was like but then a 7-point after, yeah. I mean, it started off really well with a 9-pointer from Onana, and we're like, oh, this guy's gonna do what he actually. Who should sign Olise and Eze? Who should sign Olise and Eze? I don't know. Very interesting to see where they'll go. I think they could go into a couple teams. The one thing with both of them is the fitness. They can stay fit. There'll be really good options. From an FPL point of view, I just hope they don't join a team until the FPL prices are announced. Because if they join a team before their FPL prices are announced, then we're just going to have like a big team tax added onto them. So let's say if Olise is currently what, 5.6 or something? 5.7, right? Let's say he's priced at like 6.6 million or even 6.6 million, maybe 6 million or 6.5 million next season for Crystal Palace. If he moves to a big team, he'll be priced at 7.5, probably 7.5 million if he moves to a big team. So there's a huge difference between him, like the price has been announced before he joins a new team. Same thing with Eze. How much will Palmer be next FPL? Palmer, I would put Palmer at 8 million. How much did Saka start this season at? Saka started at 8.5, didn't he? Yes. So Palmer could go to 8 potentially. How much did Odegaard start at? 8? Yeah, I don't think he'll go to 8.5. Maybe there's a chance. 8.5, yeah. Even though Odegaard has went to 8.5. I think there's, yeah, okay. Palmer could go to 8.5 as well. See, price at the start of the season for Odegaard 6.5 and jumped to 8.5. Yep. Palmer could go to 8.5 potentially. Maybe 9 as well potentially. But I'll say 8.5. No way he starts at 8. Nah, yeah, probably not 8. Looking at Odegaard's price. 8.5 is what I would assume. Given the way Saka was priced as well this season. 9 is a possibility, but might be pushing it. I'll probably say 8.5. We'll see how it goes. Anup, welcome. How are you doing, Anup? How many points am I on? Not the best, to be honest, given that I have had 2 players with no shows. But yeah. So yeah, that's basically it. Team for this week looks to be like this. Next year should be a lot more difficult with the increase in premium pricing. See, we thought that as well, right? But then this, that's what we were thinking for this season as well. But then they came out with like very strange prices with like players being more cheaper than I expected. Remember though, they add a bit of tax for known penalty takers, I swear. Yes, that also has to be considered. Was too easy to afford all the top players this year. That's true, but then I think Harry Kane leaving also had a impact, unfortunately, because if Harry Kane would have stayed, you would have had 3 premiums that were like Salah, Kane, and Haaland. That were all pretty good options. With Kane leaving as well, that left like a void of premium options, and the premium players weren't stepping up. So that kind of left a bit of space. Now, obviously, Haaland will go down in price next season. I don't think he starts at 14.5. Sorry, at 14. I don't think he starts at 14. I think he'll go down. Potentially 13.5, 13 million, potentially. I don't think he starts at 14 again. And then if Salah leaves next season, we're going to be in a big problem because there won't be any premium players. Haaland will be the only premium player if Salah also leaves. If the top people or top players become unaffordable, though, will you put people off playing the games? See, that's the reason why I don't think the prices will be as high. That's what we've seen in the last 2 seasons. Like especially this season, the really good players aren't priced as high as well because they want everyone to be able to like. End of the day, when you play when you play this like fantasy Premier League, if you're like a casual manager or like if you're any manager, you want to put players you like enjoy watching and you want to build similar to like Ultimate Team. You want to build your ultimate fantasy team. So you want to put in all the players you like and all the players you kind of want to watch and all of that. So because of that, they try and make players somewhat affordable as well, so that you can build that team. Because if all the big known players are very expensive and you can't fit them in your team, people won't be as interested at the start. So it's like a marketing tactic as well in one ways. You want to see people want to be able to have the likes of Palmer, Foden, KDB, Saka, Haaland. They want all these big names in their teams. Arsenal defense should see a decent price rise next year. I think all of them will start at minimum 6 million. 6 million to 6.5. Ben White will be 7 million. The rate he's going. Look at it. All of these guys started at 5. No way any of them are starting. Maybe Tomiyasu will be the cheapest one. But everyone, like Gabriel, White, and Saliba, are all going up in price. Minimum, they're starting at like 6 million. Probably they're already at 6 million. So they'll be like 6.5 and above, to be honest. Which will make it very interesting to see whether we can afford them or not. Because if they're 6.5 and above, oof, that's going to take a lot of money from the budget. And then the likes of Pickford as well. Pickford won't be a 4.5 million goalkeeper. It'll be like a 5 million goalkeeper next season. So it will be very interesting to see. But that's obviously all of that is like a problem for next season. We'll see when the prices come out and all of that, how that goes. One thing is, okay, here's a question to all of y'all. How would you improve FPL for next season? What would you change in the current game mode to improve FPL for next season? Would you give different points, like an extra point for every 3 tackles or something for midfielders, something like that? Would you maybe change the way the deadlines are done, similar to how FPL Challenge, how they do the multi-tiered deadline in FPL Challenge? Would you do something like that? Or would you change the chips? Oh, like that, captaincy points are 1.5x and not 2x. Ooh, that's also interesting. Try and increase a way in which defensive midfielder. Exactly, that's something I would like to see. That's why I was thinking of like a point for every 3 tackles, which makes the likes of like a Rodri a Declan Rice, more viable options to have in our FPL teams. Because they already give like 3 points, a point for every 3 saves or goalkeepers. Why not do something like that for like midfielders as well? Maybe only 2 players from one team. That could also that could actually increase more variation in teams and maybe make the template less strong as well. That's also not a bad choice. But I don't know if they'll do that though. We'll see. I highly doubt they'll do that, but we'll see. I would like a different chip. I would like either the bench boost or the free hit to be removed and replaced with a different chip. Actually, I would like the bench boost to just be completely removed and replaced with a different chip. But yeah, we'll see what happens for that. Still, with captaincy points being 2x, there is too much fear to stray from template pick. Yes, that's true. What if you did captaincy points at 2x and vice captains? The thing is, they won't go 1.5x. It's very hard to calculate stuff like that. That's the only problem. It's a bit hard to calculate 1.5x. So they'll probably like keep it at. Maybe if there was a way to give. Another thing I guess I would like to see is the ability to switch captaincy even after the deadline has passed. So let's say for Gameweek 37, right? Let's say I captained Haaland and he got nothing from the first game, right? He got nothing. Obviously, as another game, but I go, okay, I want to switch my captaincy from Haaland to another player before their next game kicks off. I should have that ability to do that, something like that. Maybe you can't captain same player 2 weeks in a row. That is a very interesting suggestion. I just don't know how they're gonna like track that. I don't know if they have the ability to track that. That's actually a very good point, but I don't know if they have the ability to track that. Because I'm looking at FPL Challenge and I'm going, they have a couple ways, the way they've implemented this game. There are a few things I think they've implemented that they can take and apply into this. Maybe you can't captain same player 2 weeks in a row could help. That's just another option. It's either that or the ability to change captain. That, or I would also like the potential to, you know how UCL fantasy, let's say your player doesn't do well. For example, if I was to go to Gameweek 35, where I had freaking Guardiola 15 point on the bench, right? City game was just before the last game, and I had United, which I started Dalot, right? Let's say Dalot obviously didn't keep the clean sheet. I go, all right, I'm going to sub Dalot out for Guardiola, who's on my bench before the Guardiola game. And I'm going to try something like that. So like make use of your bench as well. Because nowadays people don't put too much value into their bench and they stack their 11. So you're basically just a team of 11 and then you just have some bench options. So maybe the ability to have like a bench player coming on, like you doing manual substitutions. But if you do a manual substitution, that means automatic substitutions don't take effect. So stuff like that. Similar to how UCL Fantasy does its stuff. Ability to make one sub each week. Yeah, that's also true. So even out of your bench, you can only bring one player on. So let's say for this example, Dalot didn't perform. Okay, and even Bruno Fernandes didn't perform. Now, obviously, I didn't know whether Foden was going to play or not. But let's say if I bought on Guardiola instead of Dalot, I can't like really bring anyone else onto my bench. It would only be for automatic substitutions, maybe that they come out, stuff like that. There are actually various ways you can improve this game and try and reduce the effect of the template forming. But yeah. 513, how are you doing? Welcome. How's your game week going, 513? How are things going? But yeah, there are a few like various different things you can do to try and improve the game. Significant changes for it to last. Yeah, it does. Because you can't keep rolling out the same thing over and over and over without changing it. Because if you keep rolling the same thing over and over and without changing it, it kind of gets boring for people as well. 2 triple captain just like wildcard. That's also not too bad. So how about we take it a step further, where instead of just 2 triple captain, your chips basically reset just like the wildcard. So you had to play your first set of chips before the end of the year, and then your chips, you get a fresh batch of chips for the remaining half of the season. That's also a possibility. So you get like 2 triple captains, 2 free hits. Just get rid of the bench boost so that we don't have 2 bench boost. Just put another chip in, but like you get the idea, right? Something like that as well. Can you remove my team? I'm glad that I kept all 3 Arsenal players. Yes, let's have a look at your team. Let's split it up. Where is your team? Why is my control F? Oh, wrong one. Here we go. 81 points. Ooh, 81 points with a -8. Havertz, Saliba, and Gabriel. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. And now you're well set up for Gameweek 30. What do you plan on doing? You'll start all 3 of your Arsenal players over Danburn. Oh, here's a question. Are you going to bench Romero ahead of Sheffield United? Or would you bench Gordon and start Romero instead? Like playing a back 4. The rest of the team looks pretty good, to be honest. You could look to actually do a punt in your team. Captain Palmer this week, and last week I captain Palmer, he captain Haaland. I hope Haaland can score in this first game. Well, we will see. We are actually going to be doing a watch along. This for the for the City versus Spurs game, we're going to be doing a watch along. So if you're awake, 513, you can join us for the watch along. But yeah, got to chase the upside with Gordon. True. So you start Gordon, bench Romero. What's your position overall? Yep. Pretty solid. Think I can join? Nice. So we'll be live for that game. We'll start as soon as the game kicks off as well, so everyone will know what time it is as well. What are you going to do in terms of transfers? What will you do in terms of a transfer? Probably a Liverpool player or a Crystal Palace player. I don't even know what you'll do. Maybe a Jackson or an Isaac to a Gakpo or something. John, welcome. How are you doing? Another disappointment is I could have gotten Poro in, but because of the budget I bought in Romero and Poro, we ended up in both scored. True, but then didn't you get in game week 35? Didn't you get Romero's points from the goal he scored? Swings and roundabouts. Can you put up his team? This is his team. What you're looking on screen is his team. John, how are you going? John, we're going to be doing a watch along for Spurs versus City. So if you are awake during that time, you can join up. Gameweek is good for myself in comparison with all the chips played. Fair point. My bad. Need money in the bank. got no money in the bank. So absolutely nothing. So let's actually bring this up because usually this is what I do in these FPL team selection streams. Why did I FPL.team? So Leo's team would be Saliba, Gabriel, Romero, yeah, probably Havertz. Havertz over Jackson, or you could even do Havertz over Isak. We don't know what Isak seems like he's sick or something, so kind of have to monitor that and see. Let's say your team is like this, for example. What would you change? Could do a striker change. Romero was so close to a goal. That's true. I probably gonna bring in whoever my mini league leader doesn't own, around 30 to 40 points behind. 30 to 40 points. Oof. That is quite a lot, my friend. Let's see how the game week goes for you. And then you see how many points you're behind. And then you can see. I stopped listening to Eddie a long time ago, considering my life. Yeah. See, I did that. But then I saw Callum Wilson post a tweet about him training. And then I instead of I didn't listen to Eddie Howe, but I saw Callum Wilson's post and I got Callum Wilson in. It's just my fault. Just myself to blame on that one. I may play Chris Wood over Isak this week. Not against it, to be honest. Forest against, who are they playing? Burnley? Yeah, I am not against it. Forest will want to win that game. The only thing is you got to hope that Chris Wood can finally finish. He's been getting all his chances, just not finishing. Olise is a strong differential. Yes, that's true. I think Olise is a potential option. The thing is, you probably remove Gordon, right? In that case, to bring in a Olise. Or Luis Diaz. Yeah, that's also possible. Or you could also go Gakpo. If he's starting, that is. I don't know if he'll start. It's a shame that Jota is injured, because if Jota was fit, I would have loved to have got Jota in. But I guess for you, maybe remove Gordon and go for Olise. Potentially. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I don't know. Depends on whoever the mini league leader has. Keep Pascal Gross for the last fixture. Yeah, it's against Manchester United, right? Surely they'll get plenty of chances. I probably might, but I think you can also sell if like the rest of your team is fine. I wouldn't put it past United to consider penalty, plus potentially give away a lot of chances as well. So you could keep him. He's a very big differential. Madueke could be an interesting one big punt too. True, but he has triple Chelsea already. So anything he does to try and get Madueke in is like it's a hit. Because you remove Jackson out and do a midfield transfer. Your prediction for Tom's game, tomorrow's game. I said 3-2 to Manchester City is what I said. But there were other couple predictions. There was a 3-1, I think. There was a 5-2 to City, a 3-1 to City. Was there anything else? Were there other predictions towards City? I'm not really sure. I said 3-2 Manchester City. Johnson for Gordon is interesting shot too. That's also true. Yeah, not worth the money. Please make suggestions for highest possible return in final game week. 120 team number between 120 to 120. Highest possible return. Oh, I can't guarantee you a highest possible return, but we can see who you don't have and give you a few options. Jonathan. Here we go. This is your team. Well, at least you're doing well with the Cole Palmer captaincy. Hmm. See, you could potentially, if you wanted, would you keep Pascal Gross? Yeah, I probably might keep Pascal Gross. You have nothing to lose, to be honest. You could do. Hmm. What could you do? Maybe any money in this team? 2.3. So plenty of money. Alright, I gotta go now. I'll tune in tonight. Alright, see you soon. 513. Saka to Havertz. You could. We'll see what happens in the City game first. Because if Saka is fit, they get a penalty. Maybe he takes a penalty. Goes to Havertz. Pascal goes to Havertz. Yes, you could do that as well. You could even do Pascal goes to Olise as well. Differential. But do we expect Everton to get hammered? I think the Liverpool game will be very interesting as well. 2.3. How much is? Well, I was thinking whether you can go Son to Salah, but no. Gov, welcome, Gov FPL. How are you doing? I don't mind taking Son out. I was thinking about Son to Salah, but not possible. Only one transfer with 0.1 million in the bank. Gordon to 0.1 million. Gordon is what? 6 million? 6.4. You can go. I think Trossard, if I'm not mistaken, is Trossard 6.5? 6.5. You could get Trossard if you wanted to. Or you can go Olise at 5.6, I think. Or you can go Brennan Johnson. Away to Sheffield is great fixture, though expected a goal fist. That's true. Fair enough. You can go Brennan Johnson as well. 5.8 gov. So you have about 3 players. Olise, Trossard, Brennan Johnson. Am I missing anyone else? Maybe Madueke but I think you might already have triple Chelsea, so probably not. I don't think I'm missing Liverpool players. I don't think there's anyone at 6.5, sadly. Brennan Johnson? Okay, there you go. Gakpo is also a possibility. Yeah, John, you could do Isak to Gakpo as well, potentially. He's been starting a few, so that's also a possibility against Wolves. Just not high. For some reason, he doesn't feel like high ceiling type player. Declan Rice. Yes, you could do Declan Rice. Actually, that's also not a bad shout. To be honest, he's been a very underrated pick, Declan Rice. But he's got quite a lot of double digits, to be honest. 164. Look at that. It's insane. 14-pointer. Usually 6-9. Yeah. Sometimes there's a possibility with Rice. You just have to be lucky. And no hits. Yeah, no hits. Don't take a hit. So yeah, you could go Pascal Gross to someone, or you can even remove Isak and go to someone else. Okay, I think we'll end it here. And I will see you all, or majority of y'all, hopefully. And those of you who are watching back as well, or watching this in the background, we'll be live for the the Spurs versus Manchester City watch along. I will make sure I set my alarms. And I'll schedule the video as well for those who are watching later. And I'll make sure I'll set my alarms, and we'll have a Discord voice chat as well. So for anyone who wants to join in on the Discord voice chat, you can, and get involved on the stream as well. So the Discord voice chat will go on YouTube as well. and this can be a test for me to see how it is and like fix any technical problems that might happen. But yeah, that is another possibility as well. So stay tuned for that. And let's end it. So John, shout out to you. Anup, she busted me homes. Shout out to you as well. Gov, 513. Who else? FPL Freddy, Nick, Manon, Simonel, Tin, and everyone else. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the like button. If you've reached up to this point, hit the subscribe button as well. And I will see you all for the city. Thank you for the stream. Hopefully can catch you later. Thank you. Thank you as well for getting involved in the chat. And I'll try and see you all for the City versus Spurs game. Until then, have a good day. Peace out.